How is everybody doing? I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah. Hey, Ghostly, how are you? Happy Sunday. It's like weird. My house thought was really cold. Sitting right here, I'm so warm. I might open the window even though my air conditioning's on. Um, but yeah, happy Sunday. I watched the movie People We Meet on Vacation, and my I don't know if you can tell from here, but my eyes are super swollen because I cried so much. Um, for some reason, the like storyline of kind of like prolonged missed romance always gets me. Like Dear John is an example of one. Yeah, I can't think of any other examples, but that sort of, I don't know if it's a trope or anything, but that plot device really gets me. And Ghostly is Exhausted was fundraising yesterday for charity. Oh, how did it go? That's fantastic. I mean, not the exhausted part, but I mean, you're exhausted for a good cause. Um, Yesterday I was exhausted for not a good cause, or for no good cause, I suppose. The my power went out at like 5 a.m. And that's not like really a big deal because I was sleeping, and like usually when our power goes out, it comes back on. So it's like no big deal. But I guess I was just like really wired. Um, so then when I finally did fall back asleep and had to get up a couple hours later, I was so tired and I like snoozed. So I was quite rushed getting ready yesterday, but I ended up having to take a nap because I guess that 1 hour of me being up really did a number on me. Um, According to Google, with the conversion rate, we did about 230 Canadian dollars. That's amazing. Split 3 days for three charities. Good job. That's amazing. Um, Good morning, Jen. How are you? I'd like to be working on my pages of Kingdom of Ash. I didn't read it yesterday, so I have 8 chapters to read. Oh, goodness. Good luck. That's a good goal. Today I am going to be this first sprint. I'll be reading my Emma M. Lyon. I don't have I'm over 50% and they're very short little like novella style books. So I should get a good chunk in just the half hour. And then I'm gonna switch to listening to Emma and cleaning on the second sprint. Maybe the third. Maybe let's let me wake up a bit. Um, and then I also am going to read a little bit of Anne of Green Gables. So that's my classics book club pick, and then my friendship book club pick is Yesteryear. So I'm looking forward to getting to that. 3 ways for three charities. Okay, excellent. Good job. And hello, Eric. How are ya? Erica, sorry, Erica. Going to be hopefully finishing one of my current reads today. What is your current reads? I have just over 100 pages left to finish it. Well, good luck, and I hope that we can accomplish that with you in the sprint. Um, okay, look, I'm literally holding his ear. Like, I don't know why. Have you ever seen that blonde girl who's like a very on TikTok who's a very like big Taylor Swift fan, and she has a husband who's a stay-at-home husband, and he's just like perfect. Um, like he's like cooks all the meals, cleans, like he is, you know, very good. Anyway, so she's been doing a lot of reading content lately. Like before that wasn't really her content. Um, or maybe it was, and I only started getting pushed the book stuff recently, but she reads like so quick. So they did like a vlog or not a vlog, like a video. I'm such a boomer. Where it was like he reads one book and there were 5 in the series, and she reads how far she can keep going in the same amount of time. So that 100 pages just reminded me of that because like she would read that in an hour type thing. Ghostly would read that in an hour too, actually. But I would not. So Erica, who cares about your reading pace? But let's hope that we can finish it. Hello, furry hippo. Yes, here I'll give her some butt scratches. She's raised her head here. I'll show you. Miss Freya girl. Say hi, Freya. Ooh, tootsies. Right. There we go. Hi, good girl. But she probably got a little freaked out by the like camera coming down. She's really afraid of like brooms and stuff. And so since this is on like kind of like a little tripod thing, I wonder if she gets like a little freaked out by it. I don't think she's freaked out by it. I know she probably is annoyed when she sees the tripod come out because it means I'm sitting in her chair. Because very rarely, oh my gosh, I think I see a raven. I need to buy peanuts. So yeah, very rarely do I sit in this chair except for sprinting. And this is usually Freya's looking out the window chair. So she doesn't like sharing it. Thank you. She is adorable. She's so cute and she's a very good girl. We did something recently where she was being a very oh, she got her nails done. And then we went for ice cream. She was very good. Okay, let's start reading. I guess I'm in a yappy mood today. Um I also am in a I don't remember how to use this mood. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, you're reading The Summer I Turned Pretty. Oh, Brandy. I loved that book. I read that series in 1 week. The summer, like, the first week I finished all my school, like, when I fully graduated college, and, I just have very fond memories of that book and that series. I loved it because I didn't know what to do with my time anymore because usually, like, I had oh, you always felt guilty about doing anything because you needed to be doing schoolwork. Um, but my niece, actually, I was in her bedroom yesterday, and she's has those books, and then she goes, "Yeah, look at these other books I have." And it was Dream Harbor stuff, and my niece is 14. So I was like, little miss, those are spicy books." And she was like, "Yeah, I'm not really into them." So I don't even know if she ever got to a spice book, like a spicy part, or if like she just was like, "Well, these are adults, like they're boring. They're talking about like going to work and stuff." And she just was like, "I don't like this book." Because her parents she wanted it because she had heard that it was similar, it had like Gilmore Girl vibes, and she loves like that sort of Gilmore Girl vibe. Um, so she asked her parents for it and they got her a couple and they had no clue. So I told my sister, I was like, "Yeah, those are spicy." And she was like, "Well, she reads The Summer I Turned Pretty." I was like, "No, these are not the same." Um, but who knows? I mean, plenty of not me because I was an older One Direction fan, but I know that plenty of 14-year-olds were reading fan fictions of One Directions and they turned out fine. So even if my niece is reading Spice, I'm sure she'll be fine. Um, yes, let's begin our sprints. I'm gonna continue my Emma M. Lion. All right, see you on the other side. Okay, welcome back. How did everybody do? I am having so much fun with the second volume of Emma M. Lyon. So, like, it's her journal, right? And she lives in this area called St. Crispin, and it has like its quirks. They have a ghost, they have this like system of returning lost items because things will just randomly appear in other people's homes with no real explanation as to how they got there. And because it happens so frequently at their kind of local like corner store, they have a section where people can return the item if they can't return it to the person's home. So like everything they own, they put their little name on it because then someone can return it quickly. But if you don't have time, you can put it on the shelf and someone can be like, "Oh, I lost my this," and go see if it's there. So like it's all just like quirky and cute, and she's hilarious and like very strong-willed and defiant. Um and then this duke who lives in St. Crispin, his journal goes like, his journal appears. I forget where it appears. I don't know if it was in their home or she kind of found it, like, outside and was like, "Hey, I need to figure out how to get this to the right person." Because she's, like, such a big journaler, she has, like, a great reverence for this thing. So she tries to figure out who it is, and she ends up reading it in its entirety twice, and it's the Duke's. And so she returns it and, like, confesses, like, "I read your journal. Like, I couldn't stop, it was so good." And, so he is, like, I don't know, he's just, like, so, like, funny and cute, and I just, like, freaking love it. Um, so Brandy, talking about The Summer I Turned Pretty, said it's good. I bought the Jenny Han series set. It had The Summer I Turned Pretty and To All the Boys I Loved Before. Excellent. I remember buying To All the Boys I Loved Before because simply because she had written it and I'd enjoyed The Summer I Turned Pretty so much. And I think I read the first two books and then I never read the third by that point. Like I had kind of grown out of my YA sort of situation. But I loved the movies. And yeah, Jenny Han is just like such a good like YA romance writer. I just love her stories. And good morning, Mary. How are you? You were up. I had breakfast and went back to sleep. Oh, I love that. You want to finish My Wife Said You May Want to Marry Me by Jason Rosenthal. And of course, for those that know me, I have reviews to write. How many reviews do you have to write? June is my self-imposed read what I own physically month. I love that. And no, you did not miss the Emma discussion. I haven't finished Emma. I have, so that's going to be on my like what I'm reading today. Because I need to like just tidy. I yesterday I was so tired that I took a nap, and then once I nap, I'm just like a hot mess. Um, so like I have tidying to do and then a little bit of cleaning. So I'm going to take that time and listen to Emma at the same time. Um, and then yes, so oh, and sorry, you Mary said, "Ghostly, you are something else. I hope you're able to rest today and your charities are blessed." Yes. And Erica read 36 pages. Excellent. Making a good dent into your 100. Was it 100 and like 18? Just over 100 pages. Okay. And Jen said, I set up my new laptop, talked to my husband for a bit, and read a chapter in Kingdom. Ooh, that is so fun. A new laptop. I love new tech. That's exciting. And how are you enjoying your chapters of Kingdom of Ash? You're doing tandem, right? Because I'm the Tuesday night, I it's because I go into the office on Tuesdays that like I struggle to read on office days at night because I'm so tired. Um, but I'm trying to remember from your sprints who was doing tandem and who was not. Um, and Mary says, "Yay, Jen." And Erica says, "I'm honestly so tired. I did a lot of gardening this morning, so I'm so not used to that. This is my first summer with the yard." Oh, that's so exciting though. Um, what did you plant? Is it like vegetables or is it like um flowers and plants and stuff? I have been having to take care of the garden because Matt's been away, and I too am not used to that. I did plant a little vegetable garden, only 4 things. Oopsies. How fun, Erica, food or flowers? Yep, same question. The tandem of what oh, Empire of Storm and Tower of Dawn. So now Kingdom of Ash is the last book, so bittersweet. Is it the last reveal for real or just the last book that's out? Because I know she announced recently on the, like, Call Her Daddy podcast, like, that she had 2 books coming out. Um, so yeah, you're gonna be done with Throne of Glass. I feel like your Throne of Gra Throne of Grass? Throne of Glass, um, reading sprints and, like, reading book club thing, like, went so quick. Because I remember I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna jump in where I left off," and then all of a sudden, when I went to go check in, because I was like, "Surely they're approaching, like, where I was," you were, like, way past it, so I was like, "Oh, crap." So I'm gonna try, um, when you do now I'm gonna try to jump in when you do, whatever the next one is, because I only read the first 2. I did not like the second one, so I think I'm going to try to reread the second one. Um, it was just maintenance. There's a lot of weeds from the previous renter, so no fun stuff yet. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the really hard stuff. Um, no wonder you're so tired. Our front lawn is like dandelion, like insanity. Yes, no, 2 days ago I was walking Freya and I'd noticed this person's lawn had like all the dandelions, the roots and stuff were black, and so all the puffs were just laying on the grass. So I was like, "What the hell happened here?" And then he happened to be out the next day, so I literally, like, got his attention, was like, "What did you do?" Because to me, if the puffs were not, like, still puffing, I would have honestly thought that he took a blowtorch to 'em. So he just explained he used, like, a non-toxic, like, weed killer, and then he was vacuuming the puffs because he was like, "I've never seen dandelions like I have in this neighborhood." So, like, our side, hot mess, dandelions everywhere, disgusting. The other side of the street, no dandelions, or very few. So I wonder if it's, like, because we get so much sun this way. The 2 new ones are ACOTAR, Throne of Glass is complete as far as we know. Wow, I did not know that. That's kinda crazy. Next week for Emma, can you post in Discord? Haley will be happy. Okay, why don't we do that? Um, okay, and Jen is also we start ACOTAR in July. Okay, so August, I need to jump in. And next week for Emma would be perfect, Mary. Okay, cool. So, because 'cause I'd be fine to chit chat, but yeah, let's 100% do that. Haley can join in, and, I just wanna know what everyone thinks, because like, I really like Emma, and I know a lot of people don't like Emma. Um, so I'm curious what your points of view are. And then I don't know if I would say it's my favorite because I haven't read all of them, like all of Jane Austen's. Because right now I would have said Sense and Sensibility. So maybe I need to reread Sense and Sensibility. I know I read Persuasion twice, and I liked Persuasion the first time, but the second time it just didn't like hit where I was like, yeah, these like then I'd read Sense and Sensibility by that point, so I was like, oh, I like that story better. So is Emma usurping Sense and Sensibility? I'm not like a huge Pride and Prejudice girly pop. I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite. I was going to be out there for longer, but then it started pouring down, so now I get to read with natural ambiance instead. Amazing. That was like yesterday. It was like rainy and thundering, but I just passed out instead. Okay, so I've been yapping so much. So let me switch to a 45-minute sprint. I'm going to I'm gonna continue with Emma M. Lyon, refresh my coffee, and then the next sprint we'll be doing I'll clean and do Emma. Did Austin write Lady Susan? I really like that. Yes, she did. So Lady Susan, I have that one, but it's like three shorter stories. So there's like Lady Susan, I want to say like the Watsons or something. I'll look. But yes, she did do Lady Susan. And I have not read that one either. Um I the book club that I'm in that does classics or whatever, I only found them they did all 6 in order, and I only found them in the last 2 books. So it was Emma and Persuasion. So I'm sad because they always will be like, "Oh, it reminds me of this," and it's the ones I haven't read. Um, so I need to, like, read those on my own time. Uh, and Mary says that's the first book I read. Okay, I think that might be one of her first because I think she did, like, shorter story. Well, no, her first published was Sense and Sensibility, if I'm not mistaken, because then Pride and Prejudice, the thing said from the author of Sense and Sensibility. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have the knowledge of like Jane Austen like some women do, or some people do. People. Okay, let's start reading. Enjoy. Welcome back. How did everybody do? Change of location. I finished Emma M. Lyon, and I rate volume 2, and I rated it 4 stars. I had so much fun reading that book. I also really like, because I have the 2 book clubs and I don't like read like crazy fast or a ton. And so sometimes like in some months, like I am just reading my book club books. I really like these because they're so short that I feel like I get to choose a book. Don't get me wrong, I like all of our book club picks and everything, but like I'm not picking any books, if that makes sense. So this feels like a book I get to choose. So yeah, really love that. If you enjoy Bridgerton in any way, like the show or the books, I would highly recommend this series because it's that. Well, it's not Regency era because I think the Regency era was like the 1812s, but this is like 1870. But it's really fun, and she is like such a strong spirit, witty, great. It's written by the same author who wrote The Queen's Gambit, which I've never read the book, but I adored the show. I also like high key hope that this becomes something like a show. I don't know if it will. I don't know if it's popular enough. I don't know anything. Um, but because she has like an in with Netflix, can we get something going? And obviously, I would want Millie Bobby Brown just because like I love her, but like she's probably too cool for that now. um, 13 reviews, right? Mary, like, how do you like at 3R Neck Galley DNFs? How do you write like a DNF review? I actually just put in my story graph that I DNF'd Eureka Street. It was a buddy read I did with my friend before we went to Belfast, and because it was a book set in Belfast. And I didn't mind it, but it just wasn't like the type of book that I like. My friend finished it. I did not. And so at this point, I just feel like she reads so much and so fast that I know she struggles with remembering books after the fact. So at this point, like I would be reading it and we wouldn't really have a discussion on it. And I wasn't loving it. So I chose to DNF it. Um, And then, yeah, sorry I fell asleep. LOL. Yesterday really took it out of me. That's totally fair. Thank you for your kind words, Mary. I'm gonna grab a drink and see if I can. Sorry, something's blocking my screen. I need it to go away. See, oh, I can read it here anyways. See if I can wake up enough to read. I hope you can. BRBA just came in, not a problem. Read 57 pages. Erica, you're a quick reader. Only 16 pages left now. That's amazing. I switched the laundry, made breakfast, and read 1 chapter in Kingdom. Making progress. That's amazing. So next I'm going to, so I tidied up my desk because my desk was a mess. I need to dust this room. And then downstairs, I'm gonna put my headphones in, tidy up downstairs, tidy up here. And then I've been using that app, Jen. Like I love it. I really love how it helps me prioritize and just not feel as overwhelmed. Um, so yeah, I just need to like dust up here, fix this room, and then my living room. Yeah, dusting. But there's things like I put off, like I put off mopping the floors up here so bad because I get so sweaty. I like don't know how to clean without sweating profusely. I also need to have a think about dinner soon. Um, fair. I'm assuming then if you're thinking about dinner and it's 10:41, where in the world are you? If you will tell me. Because I don't think you're in the UK because that would be about 3 p.m. I guess you could be in the UK and already starting to think about dinner. I'm going to say you're a little more east than the UK. Let me know. Um, if you share that sort of thing. If you don't, that's totally cool. I'll probably get 1 more chapter in this next sprint. My app set, you're in Denmark. Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was just telling Matt, this is not the first time I've checked a map to look at time zones this week. Okay, hell yeah. You are more east than the United Kingdom. I was worried because you're more north that you would line up with the UK, so I would be wrong. Um, but I'm not. Sorry, I really like time zones. I don't know why. An hour before the UK. I freaking nailed it. Sorry, back to Jen. My app says it's 30 minutes and I need to put away towels. Fair. What app? Are you audiobooking? Um, or are you like Tandem? That's my favorite is when you Audible does this, but Spotify doesn't, where it will show you like, okay, you have 5 hours left in the book. Way, it'll show you like, okay, at the speed you're reading, it will be 3 hours type thing. Immersion. Okay, love immersion. I do a lot of immersion. This will be my first like um classic book that in a while that I've read without being immersive. And reading this book also I have two really pretty copies. Well, I have this is just a regular basic ass copy, but this is a pretty copy. Um I just this makes me want to rewatch Anne with an E. Um so I think I will when I'm done this because I just finished Bridgerton yesterday, which most recent season was fantastic because it went back to how the books were. I also found out that they're switching Francesca's book from a male to a female, and I'm like not mad about that. What I'm mad about though is that when me and my friend we buddy read all of the Bridgertons, we then would rank like on different criteria. So favorite book, but also like hottest guy. And Francesca's guy was my hottest like book boyfriend. So I'm sad. I was more sad before I watched the season because I was like, damn it, like he was the hottest to me. So I'm sad we won't like get him. But then once I finally watched the show, I actually really like the character. So his name's Michael in the show or in the books, so it's Michaela in the show. I actually really liked her, so I'm like, whatever. I think I'll be cool with it, even though I'm like, I feel I'm missing, but who knows? Maybe I'll like it. I don't know. My Kindle app has been reading Emma for me, but also highlighting in my ebooks as I go, and I'm loving that so much. Oh, yay! I love that. Okay, let's get back to reading. I'm going to actually get back into Emma. My special Illuminate versions of Bridgerton should be coming in the next few months, so get ready for full on Bridgerton sprints. I'm so excited. Have you read any of them? Um, if so, as you read them, I'd be super curious to find out how you rank the stories, but also the dudes. We also ranked the girls. We had like 5 different ranking categories, which I still have in my notes somewhere. So, yeah, I'm a big Bridgerton fan. Nope. Oh my gosh, Jen. They're so fun. That's one of the book series that like erased my memory. Let me read Bridgerton again. It was just such a cozy time. Me and Shan had so much fun. We would have to like put stopping like points for ourselves because we would both read the book too fast. So we had to like cap ourselves. It's not like it was just one friend taking over or like because Shan's a much faster reader than me. Um, but it was just, yeah, we had to stop or else we would just finish the book in a day and go, yeah, it was great, and then move to the next. Okay. See you guys on the other side. Okie dokie. How did everybody do? So I have about 30 minutes left of this audiobook. So I'm listening to the Jane Austen collection, and then it's broken down. So it's the whole thing, and it's broken down by books. And it's kind of put on like a movie. So it's, or like a TV show, like it's done in episodes. So it's abridged, I want to say, right? That's what abridged means. Um, so I've been really liking it so far because I just read Emma like 2 months ago, where this is helped because it condenses and removes a bit of the fluff or like that extra, just descriptions. I've been able to like see things a bit more clearly, and it does kind of like um hold your hand in telling you the story. So I have really enjoyed it because then I'm seeing more things. But then there's like first like either I'm like, did I literally miss all of that? Like Miss Weston being pregnant, or the piano, they fully hold your hand in that. And I'm like, oh, I thought I was discovering something. So did I miss that in the book where he admits to that? Or is it just that obviously it's assumed and then whatever? Anyways, and then the one thing that I didn't think the book did good is, or sorry, this like whatever abridged is there's kind of like, there's 3 books. And one of the main conflicts of book 3 is between Emma and her BFF dude friend there. Where because she's rude to Mrs. Oh god, like I don't know any of the names. Anyway, she's rude to like the poor lady, and he's kind of like, you were punching down, and that's like really unbecoming of you. Like, I'm disappointed in you. It's just like your character. It's not who I see you as, type thing. And then she's like, oh my gosh, I've disappointed him. That upsets me. And I felt like that in the book is like a very big like where she's like, why is it upsetting me so much? And she's just kind of like, I need to make it up to him. Whereas I just felt like it was too glossed over in this one, where I'm like, if you were only listening to the book, I felt they did, or like this version of the book, I felt they did a really good job up until that point where I was like, you are not getting the full effect of like what occurred in the book. Anyways, so that's where I'm at. I have one more episode left, and I'm going to see my niece in play flag football in a couple hours, and that is about a 30-minute drive. So I think I'm going to leave the last episode for my car ride. So that means that I'm going to read a little bit of Anne of Green Gables on our last sprint. And I did get all my tidying done. So that was really good. And hello, Cool Gamer 4.0. How are you? Do you have a different, like, do you have a name you'd prefer besides your act? Let me know. And Ghosty says, thanks for the sprints. Got to pop away, but hopefully see you next Sunday. Yep, absolutely. I'm excited. And then Erica finished my book. Yay! And started my next current read, 20 pages in that. Man, Erica, nailing it. You're so fast. It's a lot denser than the other, so my pace is going to be slower. Yeah. I find anytime I switch like books or authors, it takes like a little bit to kind of get their rhythm, and then you like progressively speed up. So yeah, I know the first time I read this book, Anne of Green Gables, I found the language so challenging and really like hurting my brain, that I could only read like a couple. They're very short chapters. Like they're literally, most of them are honestly like, yeah, 4 pages. That I would do like 1 or 2 a night. But now I've noticed that because I've been reading more classical books or whatever for this book club, I'm actually getting better at understanding, and with like the pace of it, I don't need to go back and read it like 3 times to understand what the hell they're trying to say. Like, they all speak in riddles. Um, but I'm this is easier and better. It was written when was this originally written? In 1908. Um, so it is a bit more modern as well. So I'm that's partly why I'm not immersive reading it is because I want to, I don't know, just see if I do have a better sense of it or if I'm like incorrectly thinking I've achieved something. So yeah, I'm gonna see. Definitely. And this is a dense adult fantasy, while the other was an older middle grade young YA. Yeah, that jump too. Like YA is so breezy and like gentle on your brain. And then yeah, to go to adult fantasy, you're gonna get jumped with all that, like especially if it's the first book in the series, just like all the info dumping the first few 100 pages. Okay, so I'm gonna switch it back to 30 minutes and then that will be our final sprint. So let's read. Hello, welcome back. I only got one chapter read, but it was so cute. And then I just got myself a little organized, and that's about it. Really productive sprints, I would say. Like, I finished my Emma M. Lyon, made progress in my Emma read that I'll finish that today in the next half hour. And yeah, I mean, I didn't make any real progress in Anne of Green Gables, but I'm getting into it. Oh, okay. What's annoying though is like I'm dog earing, and this is the second time that my dog ear has like disappeared. So that's kind of annoying. I need to figure that out. I guess I should just get a bookmark. But yeah, that's it. I do have to get going because I need to get myself prepared to head out because the game is at 1. And Jen, sorry to miss the last chatty bit. I was in the middle of scheduling sprints and was in the zone. Not a problem. Can't wait to attend as many of those sprints as possible. And Erica read 21 pages. I've read a total of 150 pages in these sprints. So pretty productive, I'd say. 100% productive. Well done. You and Ghostly should have a read off because it seems like you're both very quick readers. Yeah. So I appreciate everyone who joined on these sprints. It was a lot of fun. It flew by. Um, I'm just really into Emma M. Lyon, so I'm gonna just keep talking about that. And I will see you guys next Sunday. So goodbye.